Hi, I'm Dana.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to our podcast,
Mismatched.
We are two moms from completely different walks of life
who discovered friendship where least expected.
This is our space to share, connect, and try to survive this crazy thing we call life. Whatever you are doing,
or wherever you are headed, take Mismatched along for the ride. Hey, I just said we weren't going to do the intro.
I was like, wait, I thought we weren't doing the intro.
We did the intro.
You guys, I have to tell you, so we've just sat here for the last 10 minutes going, what are we going to talk about today?
We don't
know.
have anything to talk about.
But I have to tell you how funny this is. Currently, there is a sheep show going on in the sidelines of the podcast filming. Kristen is currently watching a sheep show. Her sheep are in it. So
not yet. So they're finishing the Rams with the Polled Dorsets, and then in come the Horned Dorsets. So we were in Louisville this weekend.
That is like, I feel like she just spoke a foreign language to me.
Polled Dorsets. So they're breeds of sheep. Polled Dorsets have no horns, so they're polled. And then we have the Horned Dorsets, which have horns. Anyways,
okay.
My dad is there showing the sheep because the kids had to come home after the junior show to go to school. You know, I laugh because a lot of kids are there. Like, their parents are a whole lot nicer than I am.
I don't think it has anything to do with nice. I think it has to do with maybe where you go to school or...
Maybe. But I said I'd like our kids to be afforded to be able to afford this when they are adults. So I feel like they kind of need to learn how to read and write.
I think priorities. I think maybe... I didn't want to offend anyone, but I do think that priorities may play a factor.
Like we just have had to miss a little other school this year to different circumstances. And so I'm just kind of being cautious because... Nobody wants to get the 10-day letter and get the sit down.
We got it every year in our family.
Are you proud of it? I've never gotten it. I'm not really looking forward to it.
It's
Parker
not that
is
we're
going to
proud
get
of it. It's comical at this point. Like, we truly get a letter every year from our district saying that your child has missed too many days of school.
They told me this year they're going to get a sit down.
They're not going to get a sit down. And what are they going to say? You don't send your kid to school enough? Okay. You get them out of bed.
You missed too many school days for sheep shows.
Then what's going to happen? They're not going to hold them back.
No, and actually they've been fantastic about the kids missing school. Parker has to have some foot surgery, so that's like 3 more days he's going to have to miss because we're doing it right before Christmas break. So I don't know, I'm a little cautious, but man, I am missing out being on the green shavings because in Louisville at the North American, all the shavings are green. It's kind of like the notorious, exciting thing. So Dana's clearly not thrilled.
It's a different world. We come from very different worlds. Like, I'm sad that I'm not at, Nordstrom right now, and you're sad that you're not there. Like, that's just what's different in our worlds, and that's okay.
Wait, Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack?
I would actually rather be at Nordstrom, because I don't hate Nordstrom Rack. I just don't ever have the patience for Nordstrom Rack.
I like TJ Maxx better than Nordstrom
Any
Rack.
day I like TJ Maxx better.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a lot for you to take in the sheep show. I would be, look, class 1 of the Horned Dorsets. Fitted yearling Rams are coming in the ring right now.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so we did have a great weekend in Louisville and just seeing friends and showing sheep. And I feel like I haven't talked to you forever, Dana.
Well, I had an interesting weekend. So I'm trying to think. Friday, I don't really remember. I don't think I did anything. Oh, I did. I had our vendor night for school.
Yeah, it was very
which
successful,
was great.
I heard.
I run the little vendor night, like a little craft show at the kids' school, and it was very successful. And then Saturday, I worked a little and
hung out with my husband.
I hung out with your husband Saturday night. We had way too much wine, like all of us. Like,
oh, really?
Yes.
He didn't tell me that.
Oh, yes. Like I did, Tom, we drank a lot.
Really?
Yeah, we had too much wine.
Well, I didn't drink anything this weekend.
Yeah, and then Sunday morning woke up
not even water.
You know what I really dislike the most about drinking is I don't sleep well when I drink too much wine.
Well, yeah, the wine messes with your sugar.
It really does. And so, I went to bed late, later than I wanted to. It was after midnight when I went to bed. I don't even know the exact time. But I woke up at 5 in the morning and I just couldn't sleep.
That's when I normally wake up.
Well, I know, but but I just couldn't sleep. And it's I don't know, when I drink too much wine, I just can never sleep. And it's just then I'm a mess.
My mom would say that's why you don't drink too much wine, Dana.
I know, but sometimes that just falls into it just happens. We ordered Mai Tai. It was a snowy night. It was chilly. And
I'm jealous about the Mai Tai too.
It was a nice night. We had our neighbors came over. Lisa and Jim came over, and Andy and Carrie came over. And Bill.
Had a little party.
Without Kristen. But, so anyway, so Sunday, we did family photos.
Can we just say that, like, I want to hear about your weekend. You don't even want to hear about my weekend.
I have zero interest in the sheep show.
You're terrible.
No, but you told me
Go
about it
ahead.
already.
Go ahead.
You can tell me about the sheep show.
No, go ahead. So then you did Sunday. You had family pictures. Very funny.
I can't. Can you just talk about the dang sheep
No,
show?
I really don't have anything else to add. The picture, like, this cracks me up. So, first
Talk
of all, I
about
don't think
the
she
sheep
listens.
show.
I don't think she listens. But no, I want to talk about
You
Kayla.
told me about the sheep show.
I'm just being funny.
You're rude.
No. So Dana's sister-in-law.
First of all, I was just going to discuss that I just hate family photos like more than anything in the whole wide world. Like there is zero things
Yeah.
that make me less happy in life than family
When
photos.
we had
They're
ours taken a week
stressful.
ago, I put on there, parents of toddlers, don't worry, it doesn't get easier
It's
with teenagers.
awful. Like I had to work. I was actually at the market right beforehand, and like my kids are texting me, "What do I wear? Where's this? How should my hair be? What shoes am I wearing?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
Fortunately, our photographer is our friend.
is a good friend of ours, so she's insanely patient with our kids, and like she can kind of
She
yell
did
at
tell
them
us that
too.
if they didn't listen, that she was gonna have to charge us
Yeah,
extra.
like thankfully she can kind of yell at our kids, and they'll listen to her a little bit. But like
Carrie Osland Photography, we
She
highly
is
recommend her. She did our wedding.
fantastic.
She did Sam Senior pictures.
She
does a great
really
job.
is the best. But I just hate family photos. I hate like.
It's a
I
lot.
feel like they're so
It is
beautiful
even-
when they're done,
It's
but
a
like,
whole step different when you, as the parent, have to be in the picture.
well, so
that's like
Tom
the
and I were
next
not
thing.
anticipating being in the photos.
Oh,
And
you weren't?
Well, initially we were not going to because initially our photos were going to be Saturday. He was golfing, and then the weather turned out to be poor, so we switched him to Sunday. So he was able to be in them. So because he was going to be in them, then yes, it changed everything. Like then I'm all stressed. Then the dogs. We brought the dogs.
You took the dogs too.
Yes. So then the dogs are running
we weren't that
around.
stupid.
Oh my gosh, we had both
Although
dogs.
we wish we had.
No, and then we're like trying to get the dogs to sit, and like our one dog is like an 80-pound like goof, and he's huge, and he sits like on top of you instead of next to you.
Oh
like,
my gosh, I
something's
had no
wrong
idea.
with
Did they
him.
bring their dog too?
No,
Just you guys brought
just
the
we
dogs.
did because we did one of our family
Wait,
photos.
were Tom's parents in the picture too?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, family pictures are rough. So when we did ours, we had a beautiful 70-degree day. Like it was gorgeous, and the kids were goofing around, and
Well, we were
it's just
trying to
always
get
stressful.
like it had snowed. I'm sorry, the dog has an eye booger. I'm trying to get.
Oh, let's discuss this. Have we ever discussed this? Dana feeds her dogs eye boogers to them. She'll like take the booger out of their eyes and be like,
like
"Oh,
this.
here you go." That is so gross. I feel like we've discussed this before, and it's disgusting.
They love 'em.
I don't like it.
Here,
it
here's another
creeps
one.
me out. Ah, that's so gross. That's so disgusting. I don't like it. Sam's looking at me like, "Oh, he didn't know this."
You didn't know?
Oh, I thought he was looking
You've
at me
never
like,
seen-
"What's wrong with you? This is normal."
You've never seen me do that?
Your mom is gross.
Oh yeah, they love it.
Dana's disgusting.
So,
Anyways, but they're gonna look good
Yeah.
because your kids
well,
are
and
adorable.
I just think family photos are funny in that way that they always look so great.
and
but
they're
like,
gonna document that moment in time.
oh my god, like
And
every
you'll
mom
remember.
sweats. It doesn't matter how cold it is out. You're sweating. You're like wanting to kill your kids. You're like so annoyed, and then it's this beautiful photo, and you have this great memory
Yeah.
afterwards, and you really are glad that you did.
Well, you know,
it.
our kids like hate it when we have PDA, and so Carrie was taking pictures of us, and so
you know, we didn't
we were
take one picture of the two of us.
we were kissing for the pictures, and they're like, "Ah, gross! Stop!"
I realized afterwards we did not take one picture of
Oh,
the two
you
of
should
us.
have.
I know.
We're not getting any younger, Dana.
And it's our 15.
so-
We did our 15-year wedding anniversary, like we should have.
Yeah, you went out for sushi.
We did. We just went out to dinner, just two of
You're
us.
still married.
Yeah.
You're like 15 years in a couple days now.
Yeah,
So that's nice.
Ironically, the day after we had like a really big fight, and Tom was like, "Ooh, I thought it was going to be 15 years in one day." And that
Well,
was
I
gonna
heard
be
Bill
it.
said something like you guys were.
It was kind of
yucking
a
at each
dumb
other.
fight, but we were.
Was it
mad
about
at each
pictures or
other.
something?
No, we were mad because
I can't even remember why.
Ironically, it was about remembering something. I specifically, I don't think she listens to the podcast, so I don't think it matters. But so the pictures are supposed to be. We wanted to get a picture of the 5 grandkids for Tom's mom's Christmas gift.
What if she listens?
I don't think she does. But if she listens, it doesn't
Maria-
matter because
Maria,
don't
turn it
worry.
off.
He's already told her.
Oh.
Like he already ruined it. So the fight was that I was like, did you just tell
She
your
doesn't
mom?
know what they're wearing or what they're
But I was like, did
any
you
of those
just tell your
details.
mom that Jimmy and Kayla are getting their photos done with us? And he's like, yeah. And I was like,
But men don't think
why
about
did
those
you do
things.
that? And he's like, well, I didn't know they were for Christmas photos. And I'm like, yes, you did. I told you. And he's like, you never told me. And I'm like, yes, you did. And I'm like, yes, I.
Oh, so that's what
we went back and
even,
forth.
That's not even anything
No,
good.
but it turned into
Yeah.
like, you know, like then it was like a turning into a big
you have
fight.
those things.
And so,
But I started to talk about your sister-in-law, Kayla,
Oh, yeah.
because you have to, first of all, Kayla is like, I mean, like most people want to be like me and like model after me in my fashion and my hair.
Ooh, you know.
I'm just being funny.
Who are
Kayla,
they?
like truly, like, I don't really know if she has it together, but like her hair is always perfect. Her outfit is always perfect. Her kids are always matching what she's wearing. And her house looks perfect. Like everything looks like totally together.
Social
And-
media can be fooling.
Yeah. And so Dana has to go get her kids. Her kids are lovely and delightful, but not like they're older. So they have like little minds of their own so they can do different things. Like they all had to get their pictures taken with Kayla and the twins.
The twins
So,
are
like,
going to
that's a
steal
lot
the
of
show.
pressure.
The twins will steal the show. Well, it was funny because we, so friends of ours have a farm where we took the pictures, and
Bob Rogish.
Bob Rogish.
Amy Rogish.
Rogish Farms.
You can pay us our $100 later, Bob
Yes,
Rogish.
yes. Shout out to Rogish Farms. But
Actually, we should be charging for every time that we say a name of a
Rogish
friend.
Farms.
Rogish Farm.
Rogish Farms. Rogish Farms.
You know it's $500.
Rogish.
Farm.
600. But so
We love Amy.
If you do,
Amy is like
we
a
like
saint.
Amy a lot. We're not sure about Bob.
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day. If you want a really cool place though to get your photos taken, you can go there and get
They too have a sleigh.
They have a sleigh and they have a really cool truck that you can, take pictures in. So
They have Christmas trees.
Yes, and it is beautiful there. And so it had just snowed that day, and there was just a little bit of snow on the tree. So it really was beautiful. And my nephew is like 20 months, and he's obsessed with trucks. So he kept just saying truck, truck, truck. And so we like let him climb like into the back of the truck, and he was obsessed. And we were laughing because we're like, after all of these pictures, the best photos she probably got was Luca in the back of the truck.
unplanned
like,
ones.
Totally random photos.
I do love family pictures. I
Yep.
just think that they're horrible and they're a hassle. But the
They're-
memories later on are just worth
They're
it.
an
I
awful
love 'em.
experience, like
Yeah.
getting ready for them. But yeah.
So I called Carrie and I'm like, hey, like she was booked, back to back to back. I'm like, hey, I've got a coupon for 50% off code if I could get my picture before November 20th. And like the phone kind of goes dead silent. And she's like, what company? I'm like, well, I don't know. Like I got it from like Shutterfly / Tiny Prints. And she's like, I thought you were a minted kind of girl. I'm like, well, I am usually, but I have a code for like a cheaper.
Right.
And she's like, well, I really like the quality of minted. She's like, I'm like, I don't think she can get me the pictures. Of course, I'm sure she would.
Well,
But then
she was
today-
trying. This is really funny because she brought her. So we had
Yeah.
Mai Tai and wine the other
Yeah.
night, and she was trying to work on her computer.
Yeah, and Bill was supposed to look at the pictures.
Yeah,
but he
it
forgot
didn't
to do
happen.
that.
It didn't happen.
But look, new pie order for Patterson Fruit Farm. That's my phone keeps buzzing.
My phone keeps going off for voicemails because of pie orders.
I'm not signing up for the voicemail feature. There's different things, that I do at the farm, and I do a lot of different things, and I'm like in a lot of things. I don't want to be part of the voicemail thing.
My text alerts go
I'm
off
like,
every
don't
5 minutes.
put me up for that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh my! So the family pictures are going to be great, and we already did ours, so I can't wait to see them.
I'm sure they're going to be beautiful.
It's fun. So at the sheep show, I haven't even got to tell you this because you were
I didn't
shipping
ask.
lots of baskets.
I didn't ask.
And you were running the hot heat gun that you cannot seem to operate because Dana blows a
figured-
hole without all her hot air.
I figured it out. I think I've got it down now.
Took her a long learning curve.
I wasted a lot of plastic.
And anyway, so we have this one family, and they're girls, and we've gotten to know them over the years, and they're delightful. And the dad, I think he's a fireman or something, but he's got he wears a cowboy hat and he has like a mustache. He kind of looks like the Marlboro Man, like he's just like a good old guy, simple, plain. He's like, "What's new with you?" And I'm like, "Not too much, just." And I said, "Well, what's new with you? I haven't seen your wife." And he's like, "Well, she's at home. Our daughter had a baby." And I'm like, "Oh, congratulations." And he's like, "Yeah, it's been a real week." I'm like, "Oh, well, how did everything go? Is like everything okay?" And he says, "Well, yes." So I got home on Sunday night from my shift, and I got in bed, and my wife comes in and says, "Hey, honey, their daughter's name is going to have a baby." And he's like, "What?" I'm going to bed. We got to talk about this in the morning. And she said, no, like right now, her water just broke. And he sits up. They did not know she was pregnant.
No.
No. So how crazy is
Wait,
this?
was she young?
So she's like 19 or 20.
Okay.
She lived in their house. And so, yes, and they are a close family. So when I like preface, like you would never imagine. So this hilarious guy that I met from Minnesota who actually works in an apple orchard where the Honeycrisp apple was developed. I think I told you that. Yeah. He was asking all the questions that I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to be like too intrusive. And he's like, how the heck does your daughter live in your own house and you don't even know she's pregnant?
Seriously.
He said she unloaded 2 loads of hay the week before. She's always wore baggy sweatshirts and clothes, and they did not know.
Do you people know how large I was when I was pregnant?
Well, of course, she's a teeny tiny little thing. The baby weighed 6'11" or something. So it wasn't a small baby. So they were like dealing through all of that. But like, the reason I'm even sharing the story is because like this is one of those crazy things you hear about, but how could you not know? And he's like, you know what? Some parents want to turn a blind eye and they like think something. He's like, we had no clue. Like we did not know. There was nothing different. Her face didn't change. Like nothing did we notice. And she didn't tell a single soul. So here's the thing. I said, you know what? Like after all of this, you really like she had to go through all of that alone. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, you know, as her dad and her mom, like
why didn't she feel comfortable?
Because she didn't want to
something?
disappoint them.
That's sad.
And I said, you know what? Like at least she had the baby. Like she had the baby.
Yes.
She could have made so many different decisions that altered this. And he's like, you know, this is something like you never expect, but like they're close. So it's not like it would have had any negative outcome on their relationship. The baby is healthy. He's so cute. I saw pictures of him and she's doing great. But so she had to go all of that alone. And then she had to tell the dad.
She hadn't told the dad?
She told no one. No one. Not even her sister. And so I guess her sister was a little upset because she said, we tell each other everything.
Had she like been getting prenatal care?
None.
Oh, that's
So the baby was totally healthy. Everything
went
went
that's
fine.
thank gosh.
Yeah. But isn't that crazy? So I said, you know, at the end of the day, maybe she can help someone else through this. Like she's been through this situation. Like, you know, people,
Known caller.
Oh, that's funny. I guess it's connected to my phone. Spam call on my phone. Isn't that great? We're really together. But anyways, like this, she can help someone else at the end of the day. Like maybe trying to make a decision
that
or
is
like
so
go through
crazy,
these things.
That really
But
is.
I'm like, wow, that was not what I was expecting to hear.
No, holy cow.
So crazy. Yeah, full term.
Wow.
Went well. So anyways.
Wow.
I
That's
know,
so
it's shocking. It was like, what's this thing?
Seriously, so crazy.
Wild.
Gosh.
So top that one, Dana.
I got nothing. Like I was like literally, I don't even know.
My
where to
heart
go with
really
this.
sank for her because you want to, like, obviously that's not anything you plan for your children or want to happen, but I'm like, you also want to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, there's never like
there's hard things in life, and as I said, like they're super close family.
I cannot even imagine.
But yeah,
that.
nuts.
Oh. I can't. I don't know where to go from that. Do you have a segue into the next topic?
I don't. You know, sometimes I typically do, but I do not on this one.
That was a shocker one right there.
I know.
Well, all right. So next on the docket here.
Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
So we're having a Friendsgiving this
Oh,
weekend.
yes. Which I got in trouble for that because I was a late RSVP.
I didn't get in trouble. I asked. Oh, no, but you know what's interesting? You know who was being a stinker about that?
Who?
Your husband.
Oh, about what? Oh, he has to leave in the middle of it.
Oh, he didn't tell
you
me that. No. I mean, not that
There's
I care.
a soccer game.
So what time is the soccer game?
I think it's like 6 or 7.
Why doesn't he just come after? That's stupid.
I don't know.
Well, anyways.
Why was he being a stinker?
Oh, because he's like, I didn't even know about it.
Oh, he did too. It's on the family
He
calendar.
said that. He's like, were we invited?
Oh, come on, Bill.
But I don't
funny.
even think we were starting till 6:30 or so.
I have no
6 or
idea what
6:30.
it is.
I don't know.
I know that I'm bringing green bean casserole. So, what are the 5? I'm going to do a fast 5 here. What are the 5 things
I
that you
feel
wanna
that
have
I
at
always get
Thanksgiving?
stuck doing fast fives, but
Well,
I
if
don't
you
have
could
any.
think of the
I don't have any
questions.
for you. All right, 5. What now?
5 of your favorite things for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so green bean casserole is one of them.
Yeah, so for me, the side dishes, like the turkey's the main event.
Dogs.
Like, bring me all the sides.
I don't really need turkey.
I
How's
like
that?
turkey.
I
A
mean,
good
it's okay.
turkey. Yeah.
It's okay. Although
Speaking of which, I'm only cooking a 26-pound turkey 'cause that's all I have. That's the biggest turkey I have, 26 pounds.
okay,
Travesty.
So that's a huge turkey.
That is not. Like, I normally cook a 44-pound turkey.
That's ridiculous.
That's what we have.
So we. Oh my God! I just remembered I forgot to take the turkeys out
Turkeys out of what?
the freezer for this weekend.
I knew you've got time.
It's
They're
Tuesday.
little.
They're small.
They're little. Take them
We're
out.
doing 2.
Take them out. The proper way to thaw a turkey, by the way, for all you turkey handlers out there, is to let it defrost in your refrigerator, not on top of your counter. So today is Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're totally fine because you
we're
have
gonna
2
take
smaller
that
birds.
right
You're
now.
good. Take it after we podcast.
Okay. My fast five for Thanksgiving would be
Green bean casserole,
mashed potatoes, stuffing. But I'm real picky
don't
on my
like
stuffing,
stuffing.
so I'm real picky on my stuffing. I
too.
love stuffing if it's made the right way. I'm very picky
Are
about
you
it.
doing the stuffing for Friendsgiving?
I have to look at the list and see
Yeah.
what we need, and I'll fill in.
3, 2 more.
That's really like all I need.
Rolls. I need homemade rolls with homemade strawberry jam and butter.
I do not need that.
And then I also, can I tell you, I'll just take
Oh,
over
and
the
I
fast
need a
five.
very specific gravy. I do not want
yeah.
a clear gravy.
Oh no! I want the gravy that's like comes from the broth from the turkey.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I want
Oh.
I want it like.
Do you get it out of a packet?
No. But I like to make the gravy then like so
With Wonder flour.
Yes, and
Okay.
like make it like a thicker gravy
With milk.
Well, so and
cream.
and then you add like this gravy stuff. My mother-in-law like turned me on to this this gravy
like a supplement for your gravy.
Yeah, and it's the Gravy Master. You add a little Gravy Master. to it.
Interesting. Gravy Master. You heard it here,
Yes.
friends.
Yeah, but
So
those
we're
are
out
my
of time.
things.
That's
okay.
all we got. So we'll talk next time after No, we have one more episode before Thanksgiving.
We do.
We have one more.
Yes, we do. We have one more.
Well, good. Hopefully we've helped you with your pre-menu planning.
Yes, and if you have Friendsgiving this weekend, go take your turkey out.
Yes, defrost your turkey. Until next time, friends.
We're mismatched.